Welcome back to another today's technique. Today we are learning about cross-hatching. Again, like last episode, cross-hatching is just a different type of roughness of your material. It is roughly in the middle, I would say, of like leather and silky. And cross-hatching is mainly to show off, I think it's linen, like what potato sacks are made out of. So it's a bit of a rougher fiber running along, and you basically just do vertical and then horizontal stripes to create this like sack pattern. For that, I already base coated our today's subject here, this loincloth in the middle. And for this technique, we can straight use our ivory color. And you want to have, again, like edge highlighting, something in between of it runs smoothly, but it doesn't run away. You want to create like thin lines with that. Look how thin I can make those even with a big brush, because I barely run the brush along the surface. And if you train it enough, of course, you get better. And we just start at one edge, and then we just want to run this along here. It's okay if they are looking a bit thicker. We basically just want to create the pattern first. And the thicker it is, the thicker it will be the fiber you're representing. So we can also try to make a more thinner line. And of course they will now clash the colors. You see that it is not looking good so far, but we will get there. And for that, you just want to use the tip just barely going over your model. And this is an exercise of patience. And also it is a bit of a learning experience. So you learn how much moisture you want to have in your brush, how much dilution you want to have in your paint. So I think it's a great exercise to train your brush control and also your knowledge of your paints. So we just run this along. You can also just try to do like quick stripes if you feel comfortable. So now we have them all going in one direction, and now we just try to make as even of lines as possible, following our cloth flow. Doesn't need to look tidy. And here's how we have like created now this hedge pattern. I also want to have that here on top. This is a normal hedge pattern, and so for cross hatching you just want to have it not too thin and not too thick. And then we make diagonal lines like this, and then we try to get them to the other direction as well. You can also do something fancy like this, where you build them up as you go. Gives it a bit more of an irregular pattern if you like to do something like that. It's basically you draw little crosses on it. Or you can do the normal hatch pattern. You can decide what you want to do, but this is basically how we cross hatch. I really like the random pattern. It gives it a bit more of a natural feel. This makes it look a bit more calculated, or like we have shown here, like a kitchen towel, at least for me. But yeah, so basically cross-hatching is an exercise in brush control, like how much moisture we have in our brush with the combination of how much we have diluted our paints. And then we just try to be fine. Don't try to like press your brush down too much. You basically just want to glide, barely glide over the surface of our model. And with that, we can then cross hatch. Can, of course, do something funky like that if you want to. So, that is how we cross hatch. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.